Hi, welcome to my new studio. Actually, it's not new, but I cleaned it up, rearranged it, and want to show you what I did. So I'm glad you're here. I enjoy painting in watercolor and creating surface and pattern designs. I sew, spin, and knit too. My projects I've got going. A lot of them not finished. But hey, anybody that does crafts knows how that goes. I started playing with color with fabrics in high school. With my mom had a fabric store and I learned how to sew. So I've got lots of different things here. See the old sewing machine over there? It's a treadle machine with your feet and it does not require electricity. It belonged to my great-grandmother and it was given to me when I was 16. It was time. My studio needed a makeover. Spring cleaning in my studio and making it work for what I envision in my dreams. Yes, dreams can come true. But the clutter was everywhere. It was making me crazy. Well, I'm already there. But today, my OCD and my ADHD collided. My studio felt claustrophobic. So I rolled up my sleeves and got to work. As soon as I finished my eagle, I would start. And as I painted thousands of feathers, I planned where things would go. I wanted more room, don't we all? My studio needed to encompass all my passions as the artist in me evolves. Taking advantage of every nook and cranny, wall space, and even the backs of doors can really maximize a small space. A door hanger for the ironing board keeps it handy but out of the way, and a color chart for cotton solids I like for quilting hangs on the wall behind the door. An old yoga mat I use for blocking, it keeps yardsticks and rolls of paper for making sewing patterns contained. These are small yardages that I put on comic boards. Wrapped them around comic boards that people that collect comics usually use. And it works really well. This rack that I got was from a neighboring garage sale that needed a coat of spray paint, but I understood that it held bags of coffee at a store at one point in time. I use it for all of this smaller yardage. It works really well to hold a whole lot and keep it neat. I'll show you that here in just a sec. Hang on. Check it out. Underneath the sewing machine that was hiding behind the quilt has lots of different projects that have been in process for quite some time. Here's one in particular. It's a quilting, Quilt-a-Doodle-Doo by Helen Godden. This was the rooster that I started, and yesterday I opened up a bank account for my new business. And guess what? That gal there that helped me get the account open, turns out she not only is also a zebra with autoimmune issues, unfortunately, but she loves cows. Look what I found. Over here in the corner, I've got 2 baskets of fat quarters that are loaded, armed, and dangerous. They're filled with various materials and colors. I've got 2 crammed to the hilt with fat quarters galore. Look at here. Look at all these fat quarters. These are the batiks. Nothing but different batiks. Up in baskets above, and I'll show you this yardage with the fabric bolts so that they stash real nice and neat on the lower shelf here. And then I've got some projects, some flannel that I bought a couple of years ago. This one for some pajamas, and I kept it in the plastic. Good thing, because I didn't get around to it. I've got a couple of different yardages for my husband and I, and more fabric yardage. Well, what doesn't fit here ends up in the toy box. I'll show you that. Underneath the table, instead of having the long-term survival food in the buckets to hold my computer underneath the table, I've now put my kids' toy box I've recycled to hold fabric inside, and the computer on the top. Above the computer is my tablet for digital art, and to the side of that is a place to store the easel for my tablet, my screen tablet. So it's a way that I've maximized the space the best I could, recycled old furniture, made it useful again, and found a place to stash lots of fabric. I can't even begin to remember what's all in there, but one day, someday, I'll get to it. You ever heard that? And over there to the left is my mother-in-law's old laundry basket that is now the kitty hangout. And the cats are here in the studio. That's their place. To the side of me, I have a desk set up. It used to only have half the space because I had it folded down. It is actually a sewing cabinet table that has a leaf that folds out. I wasn't even taking advantage of that leaf before, or the extra space it provided. Now I have more room to spread out my art supplies and keep them, but all kinds of neat things. Oh, cool, look at this. Quilting, sewing patterns, overcast stitch, the different specialty stitches. It's lined with facing, and I've made notations on the back of what stitch number and how my settings were when I did that stitch, so it's a good reference. Gives you an idea of all the different crafts with art and fabrics that I've combined to make my art. Come on in for the final reveal. Now the new rug is here to complete the studio. A little tour now that everything is in place, at least for the moment. We lost power for several hours with the ice storms in northern Michigan, so the natural lighting wasn't always great. So the lighting in this video is all over the place. It is what it is. In the meantime, I'm preparing for the next adventure in my art journey. It just goes to show you, you're never too old to create. What do you think? Until next time, be blessed. Thanks for watching.